Hi, it's Jason. I've put together 4 short videos aimed at beginners to show you how to create formulas in Excel. In this first video, I'll give you a rundown of some basic maths you're going to need if you're going to use Excel and demonstrate how to create simple formulas. Here's a really quick rundown of the basic mathematics in Excel. So you have 4 main operators: plus and minus, multiply and divide. Here's a quick example of each. So if we go to a cell here and we want to add, say, 2 and 3 together, you've got to start with equals. That's what makes it a formula. You then type 2 plus 3. So the plus is just a straightforward symbol, and that's how you add 2 numbers together. To subtract 2 numbers, or to minus one number from the other, you say equals, let's say 10 minus 5. Okay, so the straightforward dash or the minus symbol for subtraction. Now multiply is a little bit different. You can't use the X, you need to use asterisks. So let's say you want to multiply 3 and 4 together. You would say equals 3 multiplied by 4. And notice I've used the asterisk there as the multiply symbol. Enter to get your answer. Now divide in the same way. There's no traditional divide symbol on the keyboard, so you have to use the slash key. That's the slash that's on the question mark key, not the backslash which sits above enter. So let's say you want to divide 12 by 4. You'd say equals 12 divided by 4. So they're your 4 main symbols. You always need to use those. What I've done so far is I've just used 2s and 3s and 4s, those kind of things. In reality, you can have some numbers already on your spreadsheet and you want to do something with them. So let's say over here I've just got, say, 2 numbers and I want to add them together. So what I do here is I start again with equals. What I'm now going to do is to take the mouse and click on the first number. And you'll see the cell reference, C1, has been added into the formula. Now a lot of people, even those that have been using Excel for a lot of years, type in their cell reference. Now that's really bad practice for 2 reasons. So first of all, you might misread the cell, and secondly, you might mistype the cell. So it's open to lots of errors when you do that. So always take the mouse and click on the cell that you want to use. You then type a plus sign or whatever else you want to do. Take the mouse again and click on the second cell. So it's C1 plus C2 in this case, and when you press enter, that's your total. Now the beautiful thing about formulas is that if one of the 2 original values changes, your total also changes down here. So if I change this one to something else and press enter, I get a brand new total down here, because the formula is always picking up whatever is in C1 and C2, whichever 2 cells you've picked. Now a little pitfall here to watch out for. So I'm just going to double click the cell to bring back the formula. So let's say I'm at this point and I click C2 to add the second cell reference in. So there's my second cell reference, C2. But a lot of people make the mistake then of just coming over here somewhere and clicking to kind of get out of the way. And what it does is it replaces the second cell reference with what you've just clicked. So don't ever fall into that trap. Once you've got your finished formula, press enter and then you can safely move to the next place. Let's do another quick example. So let's say you have a starting budget of $500 and then you have a few deductions. So maybe your bills are $100, maybe your food is $250, maybe your kids want a few bucks. Okay, so whatever your deductions are, what we're going to do is to take these 3 values off of 500. So the formula here is equals. I'm going to click the 500, that's my starting point, and then this time I'm going to subtract the first deduction, then subtract the second deduction, and then subtract the third deduction. So with each figure, I've clicked on the cell in question, I've put minus signs between each of those, and when you press enter, that's the balance that's left over after deducting those 3 things. So that's the basics. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to introduce a function into your formulas, which makes the process a bit easier, especially when you've got a lot more numbers to work with. So if that sounds useful to you, head across to the next video. I'll put the link on this page, and I'll see you there.